Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Welcome to this edition of the A-Train Show, the A-Train, Arlington Lane. I don't know if y'all can hear me today, but guess what? I'm going to be I'm going to be in a mood today. Today we're gonna have some fun Friday here on the A-Train Show. I hope you don't see. No, okay, y'all can't see it. There's a person behind me, but it's okay. I got my friends. They hopping on the show today. I hate them so much. For real, right now, man. They having way too much fun in the background. But joining me is this fool right here. Let me bring him in. Oh yeah, you didn't think they was gonna catch you right now, Doc?
Oh, my bad. Your intro music is just beautiful. I be jamming.
I'm sorry,
I can't.
man. Listen, I got people, and I know how to make some stuff move and whatnot, man.
I love
I
it.
appreciate them all, man. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, and the music is here. My man's here.
Oh, Jesus.
He having some technical difficulties in the background right now. Okay. I'm trying to get him together, but he trying to get it together right now, but he is really technical difficulty right now. I see him in the pastor is here. Let me see if we can get him. Can we get him? There they go. I see him.
Oh,
I see him now.
Go.
Don't stump too hard, man. Y'all knock the camera over again.
The boys trying to play on. They playing in the arcades and stuff, man. So they
Yes, sir.
There they go. They here now. Okay.
Everything.
What's going on, gentlemen?
All right, we're good. I think we're straight.
What's good? What's good, gentlemen? I see y'all. Y'all good today? Look at them. Yeah. Why y'all so far away, man?
Oh, they so extra. What's up, man?
Hey, man, we here. Before we get started.
What's going on, Pastor?
Before we get started, I gotta throw this out there. Before we get started about what we're gonna talk about for Fun Friday. WNBA's getting in high gear with their All-Star weekend and stuff. So make sure that y'all when is it, Kevin? Is it tomorrow? Is it tomorrow's game?
Yes.
It is tomorrow.
Yes, this weekend.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, sir.
The stars are shining bright. The Team USA is taking on the
WNBA All-Stars.
WNBA All-Stars, coached by the legendary Cheryl Miller. Right, so
yes.
They're getting it in there, and then of course you got USA. They're doing battle and getting ready for the Olympics, which right after they finish with that All-Star game, they're getting the tune-up 5 days later. They'll be heading to Paris for the Olympics. So yeah,
so proud of them.
So far right now, there are many people. It doesn't matter who you talk to. Some are saying that Angel Reese is the Rookie of the Year, and then others are saying Caitlin Clark is the Rookie of the Year. But in this case, I'm just grateful to see that both of them are doing an amazing job what they're doing with their respective teams right now, and hopefully we get a chance to see what they do in the long run. As the season keeps progressing. I know they're going to get a break for about 3 weeks, and then they'll get back up and running to finish off the season. All right. I wanted to get that, make sure I got that out there. Happy birthday to those that, if you had a birthday this week. I know last week was my birthday and whatnot, and we had a good time with that.
Yeah, boy.
Definitely want to get that out there for sure. Hey, folks, if you're tuned in right now, make sure that you go to your Roku TVs, Amazon TVs, Amazon Fire Stick, or you can check us online all over the world at FuelSportsNetwork.com. All right. And big ups to our friends at Macdougall Bats, Just Meat Jerky, Royal Retros, through Victory Apparel. Thank you so much for The work that you've
NW
done.
Energy.
And W Energy. I think I forgot them. See, that was one thing I want to make sure I won't forget. All right. So today we're gonna get a little chaotic, all right, because it's Fan Friday, Fun Friday, Fun Fan Friday. And I wanted to play the roles of WWE writers. You know, right now, as we're sitting on this July 19th, we have 3 supposed matches. We're gonna get that back together in just a moment. We got matches coming up for SummerSlam, and I think 2 of them are going to be confirmed. 2 were confirmed on Monday night.
Yep.
Gunther versus we got Gunther versus Damian Priest, right?
Damian Priest. Mm-hmm.
And IC title? No, not yet. There was an IC
Not yet.
title. Not yet. Okay.
I think it's Cody versus Solo for sure. Finalized.
Okay, yes. So that's been finalized. So we got Liv versus Rhea was finalized. Cody
Finalized
Rhodes
as well.
and Solo Sikoa will be finalized tonight. Bailey versus Nia Jax will be tonight, and then Gunther versus Damian Priest. So right now we got the 4 big title matches. All right. So I said we stepped in as pro wrestling writers. Where would you go from here? So I want to get the boys first, because I know you've been going on a whole little rant. So I'm gonna have to mute you for sure.
Not today. It's Friday. It's Friday. Not today.
ULIAR. You are, yeah, because you're gonna go in.
I promise.
Okay.
I promise.
So boys.
And we in the pulpit. Look, I'm not gonna lie with the pastor on, okay? You're not gonna put me in that situation. Don't do it.
Okay.
You're not gonna do that to me today. We in the pulpit.
So I got Pastor and the boys, Jared and Bryce, which forgive me for not introducing them like I should have, but we got them here. I want to get their thoughts on it. If you are Cody and Solo with the bloodline right now, you are writing this story. You're writing it. Okay. Where are you taking this from here? I want to hear from the boys first. Where are you taking it from?
I got Cody Rhodes.
Okay. You got Cody. You said Jared.
I don't know because I think I'll live the long because Cody has no rival but Randy Orton.
Okay. Can you hear him? Can you hear him, Kevin?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
When Roman was fighting, he didn't lose until Cody beat him. So if Cody beat Solo, that gives the opportunity for Roman to come back and say, "You're not the tribal chief," because he wouldn't lose. They're trying to go to
Okay. Reverend Doctor.
Because he lost, he can start the Civil War with that.
Oh man. Oh. So question. Okay, question to
there
y'all.
You go.
The boys. So y'all saying Roman showing up, right?
Yeah, I believe Roman is showing up. Either Roman showing up at SummerSlam because every single SummerSlam Roman has been a main part of the main event for the past 4 SummerSlams in a row. He's been the main man in So basically, the bloodline is going to close the show. Yes. It's got to happen. Yeah, we know that for sure. Yeah. We know they're going to close the show. I think I'm going with Cody not winning. And the reason why I'm saying Cody not winning and letting Solo take it increases the stakes of Roman Reigns getting his title back, us getting to Rock, Roman, WrestleMania. I think it increases the stakes, and then it gives
Okay. So you expect Solo to win, right?
I mean, it don't matter. I think at the end of the day, the bloodline situation is going to be what it is. I think it increases the stakes of it, though, if you let Solo win the belt, just to take it, just for him to have more stakes of fighting against Roman. That's my opinion. But I agree with them. I feel like
Cody is gonna win it. And then it you know, but if you want to increase the stake, if I was a writer, to increase the stakes of it, I think I would let the belt go to Solo. It just makes it more intriguing.
You, sir.
I agree with both of you, or all three of you, to a certain extent. What I would do is one of two ways. If I were to do Cody winning, Roman doesn't come and interfere in the match in no way, shape, or form. If Cody wins, Roman comes out and promos. He does his promo. He talks his mess to Solo. You call that being worthy of the tribal chief? But then that sets up Roman and Solo, because he's like, well, you lost to him too. So it could really build their feud up as well. But if you have Solo win, you don't give him the belt yet. You have him win by DQ. You have him win by DQ. So then when Roman comes out and says, oh, you think that victory matters? Or he can still come out at the end. Oh, that victory matters? You think that victory means something? You won by disqualification. You didn't get a fair victory. Or you lost by disqualification. You couldn't even finish the match in a fair way. So that's why I say you can go two different ways. With Cody winning, you can have Cody win, keep his belt, clean match, you know what I mean? Or even if interference happens, you know, he can still end up winning the match regardless. Or Solo wins but by DQ. And it still sets up the future of the Civil War, because I like what the boy said. I really do. You have Roman come in to set up the Civil War between the Bloodline faction.
Okay, let me throw this in. Let me throw this in for y'all. I would not let Roman speak, not one time. He wouldn't even speak going out. As soon, either when the match is over or during the match is getting to its close, he comes out. He doesn't even go in the ring.
He stands on the stage.
And he either stands at the stage or he starts walking. He don't go all the way down. He just appears. It gets Solo
Is
off
that how
balance.
Solo loses?
It brings, and Solo loses off of that.
Oh, I like that.
Roman's music hits.
I was going to say, when it happens, you can have Paul say, ladies and gentlemen, you know, of course, it's a wrap. It's a wrap from there.
Yo, listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, and because Paul hasn't shown up, you don't have him show up until SummerSlam, because he hasn't, it'll be at least a month gone by the time he pulls up. And then he's coming down. And ladies, and like in the middle of the match, he comes up and say that. And then next thing you know, you hear Roman's music hit.
Excuse me.
Roman comes and stands next to Paul Heyman. He don't have to really say anything. He don't have to be acknowledged. None of that. He can do that after the match. After the match is over.
Here's a twist to what you're saying. He don't come out. Look, Cody wins, right? And then Roman music hits. And he comes out with Paul Heyman and he just laughs. He comes out and he just stands on the stage and just laughs at him and does his Roman grin. Does his grin where he just or hit him with the Alex Peretta.
What y'all think?
Boys, what y'all think with that? What you think with that?
You know, I have to lead up to like Bad Blood, because you know what I said, Bad Blood is like the pay-per-view for Roman to, you know, to feel like for what. We still have two more months in what's next month's pay-per-view?
August 3rd. SummerSlam's August 3rd.
That's SummerSlam.
September.
What's September?
I think we're getting Bad Blood, right?
Yeah,
no,
in October.
We're not getting Bad Blood's in October. What's in September?
Yeah.
We getting
Crown Jewel.
Backlash?
Is it Crown Jewel?
Crown Jewel. I think it's Crown Jewel.
It's one of the I think it's one of the Let me see. SummerSlam. I'm trying to look at the timeline for afterwards. Okay, it's a Bash in Berlin, then NXT No Mercy, then Bad Blood. So you got Bash in Berlin is the next one for WWE, and that's August 31st. Then they'll take a whole month of no pay-per-views from the main roster, and then Bad Blood is October. I'm starting to notice they're on a similar lineage court like what AEW was doing. Remember, they would do it every other month. They were doing pay-per-views, and they would do 2 in 1 month because they're going to do that in February next year with the Rumble, and there's another. I think there's another pay-per-view before.
We'll get the Bash in Berlin, and then you'll get an NXT pay-per-view. No Mercy.
Right,
So
but we don't get a main roster one, right? We don't get a main roster one in September. That won't be till Bad Blood in October.
That's why I said you gotta imagine what they can do in 2 months after SummerSlam. Just imagine what can be done in this full 2 months after SummerSlam. Well, technically 3, because you'll have all the rest of August. You know what I mean? And you can probably have something go down at Bash of Berlin, but it don't be something big. You know what I mean? It could be like a triple threat match, and Cody still retains the title. And then you got September and then October for Bad Blood. Just saying.
You, sir?
And then Survivor Series is just.
I always had an issue with my arms. I could
You know what I mean? Like.
Is that me? That's probably me. My bad. I'm sorry. Y'all heard that?
What happened? Oh, I was about to say, I can't back on it again. You know that guy?
I didn't did it this time. Nope.
It's probably me. I'm sorry.
Not this time.
That's probably me this time. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know what to say. But anyway, that happened. But here's my thing, though, with that.
Scenario. Derek got a scenario.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. You have that.
You hear me, boy? I say Derek.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hold on.
What you got?
Say what you're going to say. I think Jacob's going to say solo.
Who?
Jacob's like, dude, he's going to say solo.
You talking about the short one? My man that went ham. That went ham at the last pay-per-view. I mean, ham in that triple man and that triple tag match. Yeah, that 6-man tag match. Yeah, I like that.
It's always enforcer. Solo turn on.
You think the enforcer turns on Solo? Oh my God!
Has that not been the track record?
But here's the thing: he acknowledged on SmackDown that he was his tribal chief. He acknowledged it.
So Solo acknowledged Roman as tribal chief at first when he was his enforcer.
But Solo never truly turned on him.
It is. Well, talking when as him being tribal chief, everything he said, Roman's not coming back. I'm sorry. And he after saying that, Roman
he didn't physically turn on him.
Right.
He verbally turned on him. He said what he needed to say to be like, Roman, screw you. Basically, Roman, screw you. I'm top dog now.
A turn is a turn. A turn is a turn. I don't care how you do it.
Man, well, check it. But see, that's the thing. You know, usually when you put hands on people, it's more personal. Granted, all he did was he snatched from Paul Heyman, right? He snatched it. He snatched the lay, right, to be declared tribal chief of 2.0, right?
Put it on the table. Remember that? Remember the Hall of Fame speech Roman did. Roman said, if this man get injured, if you don't see him no more, I will not be in WWE no more. Remember that? During the Hall of Fame speech. So you heard Paul Heyman.
If mind you, Roman is not present, so you actually putting your hands on the wise man who's hand selected by Roman. So it's almost the same. A turn is a turn. I think they got a point. Yeah, they got a point.
Woo!
He turned on him.
Folks, you are tuned into the A Train Show. This is our Fun Fan Friday. We talking if I were a pro wrestling writer. And in this case, what would you do if you were and you had in your hands this storyline? And how would you write this out? And we've been putting out different scenarios through in just 15 to 20 minutes alone, figuring this thing out. And there are so many ways that we can do this. Let's switch gears real quick. We're gonna have to come back to this.
Not yet. Just can I add one more thing? Because me and you talked about it, and me and you talked about it on Wednesday. What if Solo brought in Tamina and added a woman to the bloodline? What if Solo brings in Tamina and adds in a woman to the bloodline? And spices this up and spices it up, because who's gotta come? Nia Jax. Roman gonna come with Nia, like, oh, okay. You want to get our cousins involved? Okay.
Okay. Let me hear what Pastor got to say on that. Go ahead.
I agree, Tamina, but Tamina ain't gonna come until after Nia gets in first. She's gotta win this belt and then come in. They're gonna bring her in as a dominant. You gotta consider bloodline has always been like the dominant factor. So she's gonna come in once she gets her hand on that belt. Then you bring in a Tamina, and it's gonna take a whole different turn. Because now we're included. Now remember this. You gotta remember when they did the whole showdown at WrestleMania. Remember the tree? They did that tree. Who was at the bottom of that thing? Trinity 5-2. So you still got
I forgot about her. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Now we had spoke about this when I was in Houston a year ago. What you say?
I ain't gotta be on Solo side because the Rock brought Nia and Tamina they with her Usos. Yeah, so Tamina gonna be on the other side. The thing is, I don't think Solo or Roman can beat Cody for the. And then you said the Rock already to the WWE.
Okay, let me stop. Let me stop y'all both for this reason. Tamina is still part of WWE. She is still signed to WWE, even though she has not been on television on WWE. Folks, listen, she's still signed with WWE. Okay, so with that said, I like what Jared said, but check this one out. What if you're saying Nia Jax gets the belt first, right? Nia's gonna want a little help, a little bit, just a little bit, and she gets it in the form of Tamina Snuka as an enforcer, where she keeps that title for a while. You can already build up. I get it. You want Trinity a part of the faction, and I get it. She's part of the family, but she's not a part of the family. And you got to have right now what's in the family. If Trinity were to be involved, it would be on Roman's side. Now, I also agree with what Jared was saying, that if Tamina does come back, she would have to go with the Usos, which means she would be a face turn. She would not be a heel. And then you would have Nia Jax as a heel in this case. She will be a part of that side of the bloodline. Now, here's the thing. I ain't never seen a mixed war games like this before. Never. If they were to go that deep around, mixed inside of two rings.
Question. We're forgetting somebody. You said in the family, directly in the family, right?
Correct.
Who is the current GM of NXT? The final boss's daughter, who's a boss right now in WWE. Technically, as a GM, she's a boss. People have to answer to her, right?
Correct.
We can keep it all in the family. She can finally make her in-ring debut, a real in-ring debut, because you know behind the scenes she's been working. No, and she looked like a spot wrestler, so they took her out. That's why she became the GM, so she can practice, so she can get her in-ring performance better, her in-ring talent better. I'm just saying, we keeping it in the family. You can't forget, if we're gonna bring in the girls, if we're gonna bring in the women, eventually, if you're gonna bring in Trinity, you're gonna have to eventually bring in Ava, because you're gonna have to bring in Tamina, even though she's not directly a Noya, she's Snuka, but that family is somewhat tied together, I think, through cousins or something like that. So you're bringing in family. You got the two bigs, Tamina, Naya. You got Trinity. And then you got Ava, and what would be dope have Ava a heel.
Right, you would have to make her heel because she's an authority figure in this case. Right there with the final.
Get her Stephanie McMahon on. Get her Stephanie McMahon on.
All right, boys, I see y'all. I see some shaking of the heads over there. Bryce.
The only problem with this is Solo or Roman not going to beat Cody for the belt that you have the belt.
Right.
I believe The Rock is going to beat Cody for the belt. That's going to be that. So Roman versus The Rock. Remember he said Roman is done, but not with me. They're all out of WrestleMania. And that was his last thing. And he held the belt. And he said, "Yeah, I want this belt." Oh, I love y'all. So that's why I think Rock is going to be Cody.
Which sets up.
No, not that. That's a WrestleMania.
I think
that's the case. Then
it's got to be at Rumble.
Before Rumble,
it's got to be at Rumble. It's got to be at Rumble.
No, do he drop the belt before Rumble? If he
No,
before Rumble,
he has to drop it at Rumble. You got to drop it at a major pay-per-view. You let Cody ride the rest of the year.
There has to be a twist.
Yeah.
I'm saying you let him drop it before, let Cody go into the Royal Rumble and win it again. And then that gives him a title shot again. It gives them the shot to get back to the title.
Okay. So here's the thing. Are we saying right? Because Cena's gonna have to get a run at this belt too. And then now we have to throw this one out there. Man. Can we handle this, y'all? Can we handle this, righty? Can we do it?
Yeah, I can handle it because I got a twist. I got another twist.
Oh God!
Y'all adding in people. I got another twist for you. But go ahead.
I want it. Go. No.
Oh, try it, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the other twist.
Yeah.
Rock beats Cody for the belt. Cody gets the belt back at Royal Rumble.
Okay.
In the pay-per-views leading up to WrestleMania, it's considered a triple threat match between Roman, Cody, and The Rock for the belt. Hold on, look. Just listen to this twist. Something happens to Cody to where he has to vacate the title and not technically ever lose it. So when The Rock versus Roman happens, it's for a vacated championship. So then that sets up Cody coming back later on after the Rock and Roman storyline's over, after possibly the Bloodline Civil War storyline's over, and Cody comes back like, I did not lose the last time I held the belt. I did not technically lose the belt. I was taken out and had to miss time due to injury and had to vacate the title.
Okay.
Boom. And that sets up something even for the future after the fact, because now that brings in John Cena.
All right. Let me ask
his
you this.
Tour.
Let me ask you this. We all know the retirement tour is 2025, right? Do you let Cena win the Royal Rumble?
No, you let Cena win Money in the Bank.
What you
You
say?
let Cena win Money in the Bank.
Wait, hold on. Bryce said something. What'd you say, Bryce?
Yeah, he's coming back for WrestleMania and Money in the Bank. That's it.
Right.
He is come back to Royal Rumble. Well, he had his last Royal Rumble, his last elimination for his last WrestleMania. If he win the Royal Rumble, Rock got to have it.
You saying Rock beats Cena beat Rock at WrestleMania?
But see, my thing of it is though, what we missing is we still got to get back to Roman Rock. Remember that was the main event for WrestleMania this year.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
That's why I said Cody doesn't technically drop the title.
I get that. Okay, so we're saying here on this panel right now, we're saying that Rock and Roman is going to be for a title. Is that what we're saying?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't want
That's
to
what
see that.
I'm saying.
it don't need.
I don't want to see that.
It don't need to be because at the end of the day, they're fighting for the head of the table.
That's what I wanted for.
Oh,
That's what I wanted.
okay.
For.
And then you have Solo, and Cody fight for the title.
But no, see, listen.
Ooh.
This is what he's saying. He's saying at Mania, at WrestleMania, Rock, Roman for the head of the table. This is for complete control of the bloodline. Solo and Cody is not, if anything, sir, it's gonna be Cody and John Cena. If anything, at possible. Cody and John Cena, so that way John Cena can get his title at Mania, get a little small run, he can get it up to Money in the Bank and drop it. He can drop it on a cash in. If that was me, I would have if Money in the Bank is Cena's last stand, he's dropping it at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, right. And then you have Solo win the Money in the Bank and cash in the same night.
My God, nah. He ain't. I don't think he's fit for that.
By that time, you don't think he'll be ready for a title run, even if it's a short one.
Nope.
Even if it's a short one, and then he ends up having a longer storyline with Cody.
Solo already is close, and that's how he's going to remain for a while. He's going to be close to it, but he'll never get it.
Let me ask you.
But we're talking almost a year from now.
Go ahead, Pastor.
Let me ask you a question. Let's take the bloodline totally off the table.
Okay.
Okay.
Does Cody have right now?
Randy Orton.
So in order to give this, because Randy been telling him this whole time, hey, I got your back. No matter what, I got your back. And you know you can't trust Randy. So that snake.
He's the Viper. He's a snake.
I'm telling y'all, the bloodline situation is centered around the bloodline. So bad blood is going to include the Civil War, and this is why I said that you don't give them the belt, either if you do or you don't. You raise the stakes of this whole thing, but you got to be able to get us to WrestleMania, which will be Roman Rock for the head of the table. We got to have that match.
Gotta have
it. Randy, but you give John Cena. I can see giving John Cena that. No, I would not give him Money in the Bank.
Are we thinking the same thing?
I would let him win it at Elimination Chamber. That way he can choose when he wants to use it. And then after WrestleMania is over, let him go ahead and have that fight, win it, and then lose it at Money in the Bank. I think that's the best way to scenario that whole entire thing, which gives John his moment. He gets to 17, he breaks the record. You give us Rock and Roman for no title but other than the head of the table. You don't put Solo in that main event no more because he and Roman has already had that battle over who's going to be the tribal chief, and that's sealed. So you give Solo that battle against Ron Breaker or my boy Carmelo Hayes.
And so putting him in another run to kind of give Solo that push, and then we'll get to the next match.
I'm waiting.
Can I ask
This
a
is my
question?
thing. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
When John Cena announced his retirement tour and all that, who is one person that they've been saying should be John Cena's final match?
CM Punk, Randy Orton.
So, what if John Cena's final match is a triple threat match or a fatal four-way match?
Nope. No. The reason why I would, the thing is, we keep going on, and a lot of us want him to get the WWE title. I would not be mad if he went after the world heavyweight title instead. The reason why I will put him in that race is because he still have those. He got Seth Rollins, right, that he's dealt with. Punk, he's dealt with. He could deal with Drew McIntyre. That was actually would be kind of cool, but he wouldn't. But Punk and Rollins could be his final setup, especially if Punk and Cena go one more time at Money in the Bank.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Well, see what I did? You see what I did? I said some names. Yeah, you just took off.
Yeah, but that was the thing.
This is why we could be writers together. This is exactly
listen,
why we can.
I would not mind having CM Punk, John Cena one time at Money in the Bank, and it's for the title, the World Heavyweight title. Somehow CM Punk gets the title. I mean, John Cena has the title, and he drops it to CM Punk once again, and that'd be his retirement match.
Punk, and I set up CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
He gotta have the 17. He wants the record.
Because that could actually set up CM Punk, Drew McIntyre at the next Clash at the Castle next year. At Clash at the Castle next year.
This is my thing.
Drew and CM in Scotland, baby. Ooh.
Punk McIntyre
and he gets his revenge.
Punk and McIntyre is not going to be at SummerSlam. It ain't happening.
That's why I say Clash of the Castle.
No, sir. Punk McIntyre is going to be bad blood in Atlanta. That's
coming up, yeah. But I mean, if we go with the storyline of CM Punk eventually getting the title, the World Heavyweight title off of John Cena, that could set up Drew McIntyre getting his revenge
at Clash at the
possibly
Castle.
At Clash at the Castle, because he got screwed over at Clash at the Castle. He got screwed over at Clash at the Castle, so why not let him get his revenge at Clash at the Castle for the title? That's why I say that.
Let the boys on.
Go ahead.
Before CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, Devon said, you got to deal with me first. So you got to deal with Seth Rollins and CM Punk for a good little bit. Then you're going to get Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
That's why I say after. You know what I mean? That's why I say after that Money in the Bank.
I caught what you were saying. With that.
Because like you said, A-Train, with the with the move of Drew McIntyre and CM Punk being at Bad Blood coming up, that's gonna put it on a hiatus for now. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like Bryce and Jared was saying, put it on a hiatus and then pick it back up later.
Right. And what were you saying, Bryce? You were saying that you want to continue. You continuing on with that one?
Yeah, you have to keep Steph on CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
Then you throw in Drew McIntyre because of the suspension.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but he's gonna keep doing stuff that's gonna keep getting him thrown out, keep getting him fined. He's gonna keep on getting disqualified. So it's almost kind of like you're letting this tension build up. But he's gonna need to fight somebody where he can have that ongoing practice or kind of rehearsing the injury, so we can make sure that he don't re-injure himself. Because Drew gonna come in there swinging. He's swinging all the way. He's coming in full guns blazing because of how many times he done got screwed. And mind you, he's gotten screwed twice in his hometown.
Right, he sure did. So, all right, we got that. Now, We just used Punk Rollins. We just used that. We just used the Bloodline. My other favorite storyline right now is the Judgment Day. It's the favorite. Hey, listen. Hey, now these two down here, they hated Judgment Day from jump. I don't know if that has changed now, but it's legitimately one of, sir. You hate Judgment Day, right? Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Rhea's back.
Damien is about to leave. No, Damien Priest is about to leave. Damien Priest about to leave. We all know this. We can see the little cracks in it, like him helping up Jay Uso like that. There'll be live event. I was kind of like, okay, I know. Hey, you.
Okay, so check this out. So he mentions that. He mentions about the WWE live event, right? Where I smell a Damian face turn. It's slowly evolving. You're seeing it in front of you as we speak. You're seeing it right now against Gunther. And the way that they are portraying this now is privileged against the poor. And that's perfect, but it does not help the Judgment Day. Why? Because you're seeing the face turn, and I will not be, if I'm writing this one, Finn is screwing Damien instantly. You lost your edge. You are never a leader of this group. That type of stuff. I'm writing in Finn coming in, thinking that he's there for Damien, and he gonna mess around and hit him. And then coup de grace that leads to Gunther walking out of Cleveland with the world heavyweight title. And that's when the demise has begun. Because then you cement Damien his face turn.
I like Gunther. I don't like Gunther. I like it.
But you cement
Gunther's not
Gunther.
bad.
They don't like him on the microphone. That's the thing. It's got nothing to do. It has nothing to do with his. What you say?
I like Groove. He's talking about I like Groove. That was stupid. I can't take it. No, so I agree with you. I think my issue is I would have preferred Finn to screw him early. Don't let him drop the belt though. Don't let Damien drop the belt, but let Finn screw him, and then he becomes the demon, and then you include the Wyatt.
Oh man. Okay.
So what happens with the tag titles that Finn and JD, what's his name?
JD McDonough.
You got Joe
Yeah.
Gacy, you got Dexter Loomis, you got Eric Rowan.
You got him turning all the way on Judgment Day. All the way on. That's how he took it. Took it as he just completely decimates. The Judgment Day get decimated by the Wyatt Six.
Remember, they don't like this organization. Remember, their whole entire stick is family turning on family. Remember, that's been their stick. You look at the vignette, it was about family turning on family. So at this particular point, you already got Chad Gable. And now this Judgment Day and how this thing is exploding, family turning on family. They're gonna turn on them jokers, and
I think that's the theme of where we're headed into SummerSlam is family against family. And then, they made Bad Blood for pretty much that reason. Thanks, Bloodline. You know what I mean? So it's leading to families turning on families. And I think
Civil Wars.
But see, and what gets me the most, y'all, is that what does that mean for Survivor Series War Games? Because it's gonna get to that point. It's gonna get there. So here's my thing, though. Even though you sit and say that and you said, Pastor, that you wouldn't mind seeing Finn turn on the entire Judgment Day. What would that mean, though, if it got to War Games, though?
What did I say last time? that he's gonna do a war game.
Yeah.
Involved in the future, some way, somehow, because I don't know you watch NXT, but these TNA superstars coming almost every week.
Every week.
Joe here, you're gonna show like 5 times. I love him. He's gonna show like 5 times.
I believe in Joe. Look.
Hey, wait. And Joe himself is in that 6-pack challenge this Saturday for the for the title in TNA. He's in that 6-pack challenge against Moose and 4 other people. So, question: does any NXT member show up at Slammiversary?
Yes.
Does anybody from NXT show up at Slammiversary?
Because I've been watching TNA 2. NXT has been going to TNA 2 because Blair Davenport went on NXT to have a match.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, hold on.
They have a match at TNA.
Who do you pull up now from TNA? I mean, from NXT.
Trick Williams?
Wesley.
You gotta bring up
Wesley.
Wesley can show up.
But Wesley just got back with the rest. Yeah, he got right now he's good. I think trying to reinvent the Rascals right now is perfect because they help with TNA and NXT. So I don't think they're going to Wesley up. But what about it not being anybody from NXT at all? What if it's
that's possibility. That's a great possibility that nobody from NXT will show up.
He's trying to build his name. You got Carmelo out there. You got Braun Breaker out there. You dragging up. You got these guys out there, man, that's trying to really make a name for themselves. So why not one of them to infuse themselves in getting into that?
Because then what you're leading towards is War Games, NXT versus TNA. That's what you're leaning
That
towards.
would
That's
be
what I'm
amazing.
hearing.
On top of Bloodline versus Bloodline, on top of whatever else, this is about to be nuts. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
NXT, and then you get the Bloodline War. I'm telling you, you're gonna have a crazy.
Do you know how nuts this is gonna be, y'all? Do
That's
y'all know how nuts the next 6 months of WWE TNA, well, in TNA is gonna be? Oh my, there's so much. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Triple. No, from the bottom of my heart, Triple H, I want to personally thank you. No, because I'm getting that excitement I was getting back in the Attitude Era. I'm getting that excitement back. Like the new era has given me that Attitude Era excitement. Like, oh, we going into the future. When we took the F out of it, we went into the future. I'm just saying, when they turned it to WWE, we went into the future.
It's true. And the thing is,
and the Attitude Era set it all up.
What I'm most happy about is that you cannot get the predictions of stuff anymore. Why? It's because now WWE has pulled back the curtain and showcased why we did what we did. Everybody wants to sit back and you can either criticize the documentary or you praise the documentary. But when you got to see that The Rock was the one that was mainly the person that put that whole bloodline thing together, it was smart. It was very smart that he took himself out of it and then said, I'm gonna do the things for the universe, for the WWE universe. Because they could have still went with that match and it would have never got the magnitude that where we are. We sitting right now, July 19, 2024, as we sitting here speaking about it. It would have never had the magnitude that it does right now. None.
At all.
So that's why I'm very applauding why we don't get that in dirt sheets. None of that. Like they kind of gone back to what it was pre-computer days, before you can get everything on the internet.
Exactly.
And if
that's why that's where my excitement's coming from. That statement you just said, that's where my excitement's coming from.
And then here's the thing. We don't know if Becky Lynch is going to return yet.
Mm.
Because she has not re-signed with WWE, at least from what we know.
Or what about Charlotte either?
But guess what? It keeps us in suspense is if he actually is going to leave or not. We ain't got to know. You said what?
That woman from Japan, that regular Japan, the free agent, that's been coming up at NXT.
Oh, NXT.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. And this, like Kevin said, this is nuts. Like, we sitting here 5 months from the rest of the year being over, and we still trying to figure out. And that's what I like about it. We have to figure it out and not have to saying, oh, they being predictable. Granted, there might be predictable outcomes, but it's still keeping us in suspense of what happens in that outcome. Like, we could sit here and say Cody's going to retain against Solo, but what's going to happen? We are expecting something, and they're not going to play around with us. They're not playing around with the WWE universe anymore like they used to. They giving us what the people want.
Yeah.
In different ways. Like, we can sit back, we could talk about Crazy as Kept, Chelsea Green, and her with Piper Niven, right? You may not like it, but here's the thing. What she's doing right now is perfect. Chad Gable, what he's doing right now with Bo Dallas in his program. You may not like it, but you understand it. It's propelling Chad Gable more than anything. And then to make the addition of the Creed brothers with Chad Gable, that was everything. That was everything. That was perfect. That's why they are really being meticulous. It sounds like they're being really meticulous with how they want to create stories like this. And them beating up Bo Dallas and him just sitting there laughing at it. You can sit back and be like, why you have Bo Dallas come out? Because he wasn't Uncle Howdy when he did it. He wasn't Uncle Howdy. He was himself.
It makes sense though, because Chad been walking around talking about, I know who it is. It's Bo Dallas. I know, so it makes sense. But the thing of it is, it made it intriguing. What I did think though was that Chad was gonna do that backflip like Bray do in the corner when he get in the corner and flip backwards. I was like, if he do that, I'm done. It's a wrap. It just shows like little hints of the next thing. I think it's gonna be really, really dope in the next couple of pay-per-views to figure out. By the time we get to Bad Blood, we're gonna know what Royal Rumble is gonna look like.
Yes.
It's gonna build a lot of intensity going into it. Bad Blood is our.
I swear,
I got a question.
I'm gonna have a big.
I got a question for the boys. I got a question for the boys. Jared and Bryce, I got a question for you two, because y'all brought up you and Arlington, y'all in Arlington brought up Ilya Dragunov and Braun Breaker. Now we've got this whole little storyline with Sami Zayn. Where do you guys see Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov's star power going or reaching in the WWE within these next 5 months leading up to, next year's Royal Rumble and stuff like that? Do you guys feel that Sami Zayn is going to drop the title to one of them and then get it back and then drop the title again and get it back? Or do you think that Ilya Dragunov's going to get to go on a little bit of a run? Or do you think Braun Breaker is going to get a chance to go on a bit of a run? What do you guys think about that three-man situation with Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, and Ilya Dragunov?
He said, I heard him say Dragunov.
Yeah.
Jared.
You don't like Braun Breaker? No, I did. I know. I'm not acting right now. He's a good wrestler. I get it. He's a great wrestler. Yeah, he's okay. But I say give it to Dragunov, because I can see Dragunov as an IC champion. At Braun Breaker, looking at him now, he's looking like Brock Lesnar. And that's what
yeah.
You be a face, be anything. He's ready to be that guy, the number one dude that they can count on. Yes, whoever the best is, you're right. Yeah, but Braun
such like a crazy package. You know what I'm talking about? He's like a better version of Rhino. Yeah, but Rhino that can jump off the top rope. Yeah,
okay.
He dope. I'm a Braun Breaker fan. Yeah. I think I'm a Braun Breaker fan more than a Dragunov fan, but I can see both of them. I think you would give him the IC belt, let him hold it for a little bit, and then transition him to the heavyweight title, and then possibly put him up against a Cody to give him a nemesis, to give him somebody. Because the reality is Cody right now, if you don't turn Randy, you gotta bring up somebody that's gonna be a heavy nemesis for him. And with what Bryce just said,
man,
having him look like Brock Lesnar is gonna give him
Braun Breaker versus Cody. Ooh.
But listen, how about this? Listen, I think Ilya Dragunov should be right now making his transition onto the main rosters, as we call it. I think he should stay a secondary belt holder right now between the IC and the United States until he's fully ready. I think he should fall into those categories. I think you let him get the IC belt for a little bit, then let him go for the United States belt, then let him go back for the IC belt or go back, you know what I mean? Like, let him stay at that level. But Braun Breaker, I agree with the boys. Like, Braun Breaker is that dude. You got to remember who his dad is, Rick Steiner. So he's like, this dude is so yoked. He's dumb big, like he's stupid big for no reason, and it's like, oh my goodness, he is star power. He is star power, like Sylvester, who, thank you for the love from South Africa. That's amazing to see viewers from South Africa. Thank you for checking in. But he's right. Braun Breaker is a future main event.
Look who checked in.
Let me say this, and I agree with you, Kev. Look, but this is the thing. Put him up there now. No. This is my issue. That's why I said give him the IC belt now. Let him cross over in 2025 to heavyweight, because by that time the storyline will be in a change where the bloodline will have their internal wars. And then you still need to give Cody a heel. You need to give the face a heel. And to me, if you don't turn Randy, because I think Randy is trying to go out as a face, that's just my own personal opinion. I think because he's been heel all this time, he's trying to go out by building people up next. So I think he would come in and then have Randy and Braun start going at it. And then that'll lead us to a Braun versus Cody. And that gives him that.
I see that. I do see that. I see
that.
I
can see that too.
See that too. What you got? Jared, what you tacking on?
You know, I'm a faithful NXT watcher. You know, so remember that episode?
Me too now.
NXT episode of this year when Undertaker came on there and John Cena. Remember what happened? That promo what happened between John Cena and Braun Breaker.
Ooh.
You know what? I never would have seen that. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, if it wasn't, I get Austin Theory. I do. I really do. I get it. That was Braun Breaker's spot, though. You get what I'm saying? But Braun wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. That was the difference. That was Braun Breaker's spot, and he didn't get it. It would have been so sweet to see Cena have a match with Braun Breaker at 40, but Cena wasn't ready. Same thing with Cena Austin Theory. Braun Breaker wasn't ready. So now, if we're sitting here, we getting to Vegas, you get the youngster against Cena. My God.
And he lives up to his name and breaks him. Because I love me some Braun Breaker, bro. I love me some Braun Breaker. He is a beast.
Hey, and Braun Breaker on the mic is sitting there saying, I'm going to break your retirement right now. I'm going to make you retire now. I'm not going to even let you finish the
finish your
the
tour.
story.
Oh, he said you ain't even.
Now.
It's a retirement match.
I'm gonna break you now. Oh my gosh. Hey, if that was the case, put all the chips in. Put all the chips in for that match. Braun versus Cena.
You have to.
So what do you do with Cody? Because we still gonna have to have. He has to have a heel somewhere, and we haven't seen
Champion
one.
versus champion.
Where would you find the heel? And if you do not turn Randy Orton, if you don't turn Randy, then where do you find the heel? And Braun would be a great heel for him.
Braun Breaker versus Cody Rhodes, champion versus champion, world heavyweight champion versus universal champion, undisputed champion, whatever it is. But
you know what?
It doesn't have to be for Braun Breaker's belt. Like, we can push Braun Breaker to the point where he's holding 2 titles. Now, mess with that man. Mess with that young man.
Listen, I know we want Braun as undisputed champ again, man, but listen, we got these other belts that we got coming in play too. We got these other, oh boy, this Women US and Women Intercontinental Championship that they're going to throw out. Look, come on.
Well, I think they're going to do a trio too. They need to add a trio.
Did we not just talk about that? Did we not just talk about that? I said we call it the triple championship, and that way you have the 3, and then especially as you see in Sonya Deville, hey, I would give them the belt now. Sonya, Shayna,
I would too.
And Zoe Stark. It's been that time for them to have a belt. It's been their time to have a title and to have a run. If they bring this triple championship, I don't care. Introduce it at SummerSlam. I don't care. Introduce it at Bad Blood. But make sure that when that triple championship is announced, that those 3 women have that belt.
I agree.
No.
Yeah. And they go on a long run just to start it off. Like they go on a 6-month run.
Personally, that's my opinion. I'm not huge on champ versus champ matches unless either both titles on the line. I think that's what we were discussing though, or neither titles on the line. Only because my fear is that it makes one title less value. I get where you're coming from with that.
I get that. I get that.
Super nerd. See, listen, super nerd. He's talking about some of his enough titles as it is. There's never enough because of where the rosters are now and how much they've expanded. You gotta add that. Now, what it does though, it's going to change up what the show's going to look like because now you're going to have to have them as fighting champions. You're not going to have to have them. You're not going to be able to have them as just sitting there with the belt for a few days or whatnot. No, you got to fight for this title on each show, like a TV championship of sorts. That's how I'm looking at how they're utilizing the Intercontinental Championship. I know right now Logan Paul has the title, but he's on his, he has his sabbatical and whatnot. I get it. Listen, I get that. I understand that. But y'all know, all 3 of y'all know at the bottom that Logan Paul got the skills. You know it.
He does.
You know it.
Since he first came into wrestling, I don't care what nobody say, that young man showed skill better than his goofy brother in the boxing ring. Logan Paul came into the W. No, come on, Pastor. I'm not a fan of him when it comes to being in the ring and all that. But at the end of the day, he did show that he has wrestling skill. He did definitely deserve that title. There's no argument. I agree with Super Nerd. He deserved that title because he showed the skill on the mic and in the ring. Like, give him props, bro. Give him props, Pastor. Please, Pastor. I ask you, Pastor. I'm preaching to you, Pastor. Deacon in the building, Pastor. Listen, Pastor. The Lord is talking to you right now. He's touching you right now. Hey, I'm telling you.
I'm about to mute you, boy.
Paul has the skill.
Okay. Hey, Logan Paul is great.
Hey, Logan is great, man. Listen. Okay, Jared, what you got? Because we got to wrap up because we actually going. But pow.
Off topic. So did you see this Netflix deal that WWE has?
Say that again.
Did you see Netflix deal that WWE has with we're all going on Netflix. Oh, yeah. So this was gonna be you don't see so it's on Netflix it's just gonna be Raw and the main event, like the main pay-per-view. That's it. No SmackDown, no NXT. Did you see that?
Mm-mm. All I heard was that the Raw Netflix NXT will be on CW and SmackDown will move to USA back on cable again. That's all I saw. And with this new media deal that they got. Now, with that being said, Raw on Netflix, you got to understand how much of a game changer that really is, man. Listen, I know they're not gonna get too crazy because they still got sponsorships and stuff that's gonna be running this. But the language barrier is gonna change, whether you like it or not.
It definitely is.
And the crazy thing is, you can do it on cable. You just can't go overboard. So the only place that you can't do it is NXT, because they're going to be still on. There's still going to be network television with wrestling for them. Okay, so WWE has not lost network television. They just using NXT for that now. But it's for the demographic in this case. They're going by the demographics here. That's why they put NXT on network television, which is smart. Then you also and plus what you did with the NXT, you can grow that audience with CW.
Definitely.
So if you have the CW channel, you may watch some of their programming, and granted, it's for a younger audience. It's going to grow it. Now, cable audiences, it's like for us, all of us, believe it or not, as young as we are and older as we are, that is where the language barrier can be utilized the way that they can do it. And on Netflix, all bets are off. All bets are off. So, but yeah, that's where we at when it comes to this. I knew when we got into this conversation, we was gonna run long, and I know I gotta go. I got a couple minutes though. So real quick, I think we done tapped into all of the different the ways though. It's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard to put together what we want to go with that, because there's so many directions that you can take it, and that's kind of what we learned.
They want to highlight what about dream matches? What dream
matches
you want to see?
If there was a dream match I've always wanted to see that we never got a chance to see was Sting versus Undertaker. That's it. I would have that's it right there. I don't need another match. Sting versus Undertaker. We never got it.
What you
today's time? I want Oba Femi versus Jacob Fatu today. Today's time.
Ooh.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
I think we can get that. I still think we can get it. Okay, so then here the question is for you.
I want to see Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar. Give me Braun versus Brock. Please, that would be the craziest heavyweight match ever. Ever.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Versus Bobby Lashley.
All right. We're going to put a pin on it. We're going to put a pin on it for next week. Fun for next
Big Show
Friday.
Versus Braun Strowman?
Dream matches.
Bailey said. Zara Bailey said.
Listen,
the Big Show versus Braun
Monsters
Strowman.
Against.
Hey, that would be crazy.
That's it's not bad. That's not a bad look. All right, we're gonna do dream matches next week. Don't say nothing else. All right, I thought we were a pro wrestling writer. We're gonna have some more fun with this next week. Okay, y'all all coming back again? Or look, y'all having fun with this? Look at y'all. Look. No, I think the good Reverend is gonna be gone this weekend. Next weekend, I think the good Reverend gonna be gone next weekend. So may not be able to get them, but hey, I'll send y'all links. Y'all can get on the show. I got y'all. I got the boys. The boys, I got you. Just have your phones ready, and I'll throw you the link.
They're gonna be in Detroit with me.
They going to Detroit too. Well, you know what?
But I what time do I land? Oh, geez. I land early.
Hold on.
Well, you just send the link anyway. Just send the link.
Just send it anyway. Okay. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what goes down next week. They're gonna be out of town. They're not gonna be in Houston. They're gonna be in Detroit. Because they got an event with Pastor J Moss. Shout out to J Moss, man. If you tune in to the program, thank you so much, man, for what you've been able to do as well. Hey, JTK, what we got next is you coming back Monday with me, all right? You gonna do the show with me Monday?
Me or Jay?
And I will be on Arena STL as well on Tuesday.
Oh, on Tuesday. Monday,
Yes.
we're gonna get you back. We're gonna run it back Monday. We're gonna
I'll
run it
be
back
here.
Monday.
Yes,
Okay.
I will. For the
All right.
association Monday. Oh, yes, sir.
All right. So
Yes,
if
sir.
you are tuned in right now, if you got Twitter, go to Twitter now because we're about to go 1:30. About to drop this good Twitter Spaces event that we got going on. Got a special conversation, special presentation with Fuel Sports Network. You might want to tap in with us a little bit.
Mhm.
But
Yes, sir.
for JTK, for Jared, for Bryce, for Pastor Bailey, this is the A Train signing off. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you get to catch this program, make sure you catch it on our platform, which is, well, let's see if I can find it. I had it. There you go, fuelsportsnetwork.com. You can go there. You can always check us out on Roku TV, Amazon TV, and your Amazon Fire Stick. Hey, we have fun here. This is what we do.
And Roku stick.
And the Roku sticks. That's right. We have fun. Yeet, 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 yeet,
Yeet. Hold on. You gotta do the yeet. He said yeet, and I'm out.
I appreciate y'all, man. The A Train signing off. We'll catch y'all for another edition. Monday, we'll be back. We're going to have some more fun. We'll see what happens then, all right? Thank you for tuning in. This is the A Train Show right here on Fuel Sports Network. Love, peace, and chicken grease.